every now and again you have such an interesting shakeup of things. You gotta love to see the progression across the tiers. You guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more OS content. So the OCG has been an absolute cluster pile out here as we've been seeing decks shifting from left to right across the tier list out here, and quite a lot of interesting new faces showing up down here in the lower tier. So Tempai still remains the top food dog out here. That's not changed. Azamina, Snake Eyes, Fiendsmith is the next challenger, with Runic actually right behind it. B tier, you have Fiendsmith Rescue Ace. It's very cool to see the once predicted deck, Fiendsmith Rescue Ace, has moved down. Of course, we have Momento, of course, Ukalonix and friends. Voiceless Voice actually moving back up here, and then Phantom of Ubel with Fiendsmith in the B tier. Then we have Gimmick Puppets. Yep, still a real threat. We also have Labyrinth Fiendsmith tier. Legatia and friends, and Noid still holding on. And then the lower tier, your new innovations, Chimera Fiendsmith, Ancient Warriors. We also have, it appears to be tier with a slice of Azamina as well. And then good old Merlan is back, and Evil Twins making a splash back out here. But your meta, I think, is in a very interesting position. I'm very curious to see how things will continue to shift out here for these decks. And let's pass on over to all of the examples. So starting off here, we have good old Tempest Dragons. Yeah, this deck getting the Dominus trap card was one of the worst things that could have ever actually progressively happened to the course of May. You do see those heat waves making a huge splash across the meta out here. And of course, I mean, the rest of what this deck does hasn't really changed. It's just, you know, you shaved off a field spell and you've left the consistency of this deck intact. Like, it is a pretty scary monster to actually see this thing coming out of the woodwork and doing its thing. Plus Baron. Next up is Snake Eyes Fiendsmith as Amina. This is basically, you know, you've got the ability to put those negates back on the field now. It was not something that people really wanted to see, but this is where you're taking all of these different engines and you're creating this crazy powerhouse pile that people really do not have a good chance against. I honestly think that the power scaling of this deck brings to the meta is kind of insane, actually. Oh, we have our runic list here. I see we have the Tyrant's Tirade showing back up. Now remember, the reason why this deck has its differences between the TCG and the OCG is, yeah, triple card demise is a crazy thing. You have to remember, when you can sift through resources, pull out those power cards, and, you know, those draw threes are pretty good. I also do see we are playing Fool Warso down there. Well, I mean, when you could just mass draw everything that you could ever actually possibly want to try to achieve, okay. Ooh, our Rescue Ace variant. Now sporting off Azamina cards. I guess I should have figured things would kind of progress towards Rescue Ace wanting to try out these cards and see what they could try to develop in terms of the inboards. So I'm not all that surprised to see this. Once again, you gotta love that Malt Army being side decked down there. I'm wondering how this card's going to progress into our meta and how people are going to try to find a way to abuse that. Okay, Momento, sporting off our one new card in here. Yeah, the level 5 actually kind of helped out a little bit along the way. Look at those Marchamis down there in the side deck. The whole squad is down there. And we also have the Artifact Scythe package. It's kind of crazy to actually see the Artifact Scythe package coming back into the spotlight and being a relevant thing again. I really just appreciate seeing that. It does prove the TCG made the right move on that. Ooh, we have our Fire King. Of course, I mean, you're doing Azamina stuff in here as well. Why wouldn't you, right? But you get to play more of the Fire King side of things because of the Ukalonix. And I think Ukalonix was a good thing that Konami designed, actually giving this deck a chance to still play with the newer support. But, you know, you still can play everything that's come out that the deck has gotten strengthened with. So I'll take that. Actually seeing Amalgamation in the deck again is crazy too. Alright, our Voiceless Voice deck. If you're expecting crazy things with Voiceless Voice, it's not going to happen. The biggest things that this deck has going for it right now are honestly just its ability to kind of set up big things and go. This build's also only playing one Skull Guardian, which is crazy to think about. If that thing gets Bysteeled, it's over. Like, you're not recovering from that. But hey, Double Sarvis. Interesting to see the evolution and cutback of that. Ooh, our Ubel deck. It's kind of crazy seeing Voiceless Voice and Ubel kind of being put on the same, you know, stool next to each other out here. As you know, you're seeing this meta kind of progress with people going, huh, you know, like, what do we do here? There's nothing really too crazy about this. Your Unchained numbers are pretty much the same as the TCG. The only real thing here is they're doing 2 Dark Beckoning Beasts instead of the TCG's version of 1, but it looks the same across the board here in terms of your developments. Okay. Ooh, the incarnation of we don't have the full TK, but it's fine. You do see we are playing the Dominus trap card in here. Okay. Just got to have more defensive options to do your thing. Still have the cross out in here. And of course, you do have to play the Animation Chronicle card. It's kind of the thing I'm worried about gimmick puppets in the TCG. You know, if they do clean up the lot or the little OTK. Unfortunately, we're down Animation Chronicle cards until probably next year. So until we get that, you can't really supplement the deck. Ooh, Fiendsmith with the power of Labyrinth. And I do see the Power Sink Stone. You know, I don't think it's fair that Labyrinth's allowed to trigger the Power Sink Stone on their own and deny you the chance to play the game. Actually, that's just kind of insane, but that's what you're getting out of this right now. You have the fact that the Power Sink Stone in this deck is such a stupid card. Hey, who needs Skill Drain when you can just keep doing it every single turn? Oh, hey, it's Tier. I do see, we are doing Rise to Full Heights in the side deck with the 1 transaction rollback with the 1 Mayakashi trap card. How the times have changed out here, how we've been forced to see some of these cuter things. You know, still doing full Tier combo with this deck is not all that crazy. Fiendsmith's going to give you the chance to get that Beatrice and do the thing. You also do see the very interesting rank 6 down there next to Beatrice, the Mill Fiber. Oh, hi, Centurion. How are you? It's been a little bit. In terms of innovations with this, you just kind of put in the level 8, and then you do have the new fusion monster down there actually getting some mileage for the player base as well. I do hope we do get that pretty quickly here in the TCG, because that card helps out Centurion quite a lot. I don't think people really quite realize how good that card actually is. Most people just dumped on it, but okay, we'll wait and see. Ooh, Noides. Still playing the grass looks greener. I mean, hey, if you got 60 cards and you can toggle for grass all day long off of Thrust, I don't see any reason as to why you should not be playing it. All right, you want to make sure that you have that consistent approach to getting to your win condition, which is mill the Noids. You know, also no Azamina package in here either. That's actually so much more different than what we're used to seeing. Just pure Noids. What a time. Ooh, the Chimera deck. So the current state of Chimera in the OCG is a very interesting one, because they've actually started adapting to the Adusta Gold and the Sinister Necrom built into the deck out here, just to give them some extra kind of turbo stuff to kind of set up some of these cool boards. Obviously, you know, still doing Fiendsmith combo in here as well. You know, you got to really appreciate what the Fiendsmith combo brings out here to the High Fiend support. You love to see it. Oh, okay. This is our Ancient Warrior deck, sporting off the Royal Prism. Basically, this is acting as an anti-meta deck to basically try to seal your opponent's cards away from them, using very good, strong floodgates to do so. Also, double Dragon Lords. Contrary to what people actually believe out here, having it actually see play in its own deck is so extremely strong. Ancient Warriors have kind of just been slept on by a very long time. So to actually see everything kind of coming together for this deck and actually shining out here now, wow. Oh, we have Branded. Well, see, we do play 1 Whitewoods card and a White Forest card in here as well, doing the fusion duplication stuff, so you know you can do the thing. Also, you're going to notice we are playing grass in here. We're also playing Kaito Patara as well. This deck is doing a lot of different engines to get together. And if you wanted to see like the modern era, like we have Branded Fusion limited to 1 pile, this is the thing that you're going to love to see. Okay. Ooh, Merlantians. There hasn't been a lot of craziness being innovated with this. This deck just kind of fell off, which is a real shame, because our very early stages of the Merlantian stuff looked very, very fun. A lot of people were very excited for this, but unfortunately, it can't keep up with the current standard of things. You know, you'd figure with as much card advantage as you can actually generate, you might be able to get somewhere, but reality of the situation is, no, you can't. Ooh, and then we have Evil Twins for you here. Now, still doing Fiendsmith combo, why not, right? And of course, the Sprite engine is so abysmally destroyed in the OCG still. Like, the OCG did not want anything to do with Sprite after that deck actually came out. But hey, still, you know, you go down the full package of climbing for the Fiend monsters, you know, having that backdoor synergy with the Fiendsmith stuff, all just works out. And I'll take that. So, those are your decks this week. What do you think? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.